everybody, Kathy at Northstar Prepsteader. Well, it's towards the end of March now, and I have actually been isolating for a good solid 2 weeks, almost 2.5 weeks. One of the things that I've had to do for years is to take my water jugs and go to a grocery store about a half an hour away and fill them up at the reverse osmosis machine. The reason I have to do that is even though I have a well on my own property, there's no city water here, is that there is so much iron in the water in our aquifer. It's just kind of the nature of this part of Minnesota, being the land of the last place of the final glacier that came through and depositing so many minerals in Minnesota. If you want to know, up in northern Minnesota, up in Hibbing area, they actually have open pit iron mines. So Google that and check that out, and you can see why we have so much iron here. So the other thing is that our water is really hard here too, and so I have to have a water softener. In order to soften the water, I have like a salt tank that goes in there, so it's water softening pellets or grains or whatever you want to put in there. I use pellets, but it adds a lot of sodium and salt to my house water, and so for me to drink that is not good for me. And so quite a few years ago I stopped doing that, and I've just been filling up. I probably have like 8 jugs, and I go maybe once a week and fill up this water. Well, I'm now down to the very end. About 3 years ago, I actually got a Berkey water filtering system. I was so excited about that because I thought, oh man, I don't have to go and fill these jugs anymore. Well, I got it all assembled, ran some water through, and then saw some really little fine print on one of the pages of instructions that said, this is not meant for softened water. It will not only will it not filter out the salt, but it clogs it up and it will ruin your filters. I was so discouraged with that. And it was like, man, you know, it's like I spent this money and I boxed it up and I was ready to send it back, and there was just something that inside, I mean, and it's probably the Lord, but it was just something inside that was just like, no, just hang on to it. You know, you've already paid for it, but just, you might need it in some emergency situation, whether I'm just without power or something else. Actually, I find that now is that time that I need it, and I'm so glad that I have it. I am down to my last gallon, probably my last half gallon of water. So what my plan is, as you can see, we don't have much snow left at all. If it were in the middle of winter when this was going on, I certainly could go out and get snow and bring it in and filter it. But what I'm going to do is get the water from my outside faucet. You can see the iron stains here from dripping from previous years, and even the rocks down here are all stained. If I run this through the filters, it should give me good clean water. So I'm going to bring you along with me in putting together my Berkey again, and we'll see how this goes. Instructions. Very important. I got the 2 1/4 gallon. I believe it was considered the big Berkey, but it's not like the super one or anything. It's going to be plenty just for me. I go through about 2/3 to 3/4 of a gallon of water a day for drinking. Okay, there we go. Take all the plastic off. Assembly instructions, very important. Follow the instructions. This will be the bottom section that holds the filtered water. Now it comes with a plastic spigot, like the nut and washer. Here is the knob for the handle. Put that one together. I had gotten a kit that had extra filters, and it also came with the stainless spigot, which I'm so glad that I ended up getting. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in first. So it's got 2 washers on here, 2 rubber washers. It's going to be one for either side of this to prevent it from leaking. So you want to take, you want to take the smaller one off, put this through the hole so that it's got 1 washer on that side. I don't know if I can do this so you guys can see that. And then put the other washer on the inside, and then the nut. Okay. Right now I just have it finger tightened. Probably should tighten it a little bit more with the wrench. Although that's not bad. And I'll save this for just in case. So I'm just using a little wrench here to tighten it up a little bit more. You just don't want the water leaking out there. Okay, so this is pretty much ready and done. The rest of it gets done in this container. So you can see that there are 4 holes here. If you have a big family and you're going through a lot of water, you can certainly have 4 filters going at once. Or if you have a lot of really just using pond scum or something, it'll filter through more water more quickly. But I don't really need that. So what they do is they provide you with a couple of plugs here, which I can put in here and plug up these holes. And then my filters are going to go in these 2. So this is what they look like. And I have 2 extra filters. These filters should filter through about 5,000 gallons from what I remember, so that they will last a long time. And then I've got, like I said, a second set. These filters come with this wing nut on the bottom here and a rubber washer. The washer goes inside. So you take the wing nut off and the washer, and you put this through here. You might be wondering, well, okay, so it's going to filter the water, but you've got all the holes all plugged up. So how does the water come out? Well, it comes out, this is a hollow screw here, so the water will drip out from here. Or run out, filter out, however you want to call it. Alright, so that's what it looks like down there, and that's what it looks like inside here. We have the 2 filters in here. Okay, there's something that needs to be done called priming the filters, which means that you need to get them ready to take in the water. And so what we need to do is get them wet from the inside out. Now normally what I would do is take this open end here and run it through my faucet. Well, I can't use my faucet water, so what I'm going to do is go out and get a container of water and then just try to funnel it through here and just pour it into each of these, and take some time doing that. Okay, I'm going to let this run for a little bit first, just because it hasn't run at all this year. And try to get some of the dirt out of there. And fill up my container. Now at first glance you might think, oh, that water doesn't look so bad. There's a distinct yellow tint to it. And in the bottom, it's hard to see here, but there's a lot of dirt that's in the bottom. So we need to filter this through. And I do have a really tiny funnel, so I'm going to see if I can use this or not. It might not go through fast enough. I'm going to pour some in here. does anything here. There you go. It's going through the filters. So now I'm going to set that inside the other section. So right now I'm setting this up right near my back door, because right out my back door is where the faucet is, and it'll be easier for me to fill it with water. Also, if I end up having any leakage problems, I'm okay here. So all I do is put this top canister inside the base of the Berkey. Okay, if you're wondering about space limitations, this stands 19 inches from the base to here. And then, of course, we have the cover on here, and the knob is maybe 3/4 of an inch high. And for the knob, it's just a screw that goes through there. Make sure you have the washer on the outside here. And that just sets on there. So, all right, time to fill it up. So I'm just going to allow this time for it to filter through and fill up. You do not want to fill the top again before you've emptied out the bottom. Otherwise, you can have overflow issues. Try to keep that all shiny. I got this little stand on Amazon too. This will fit a bigger Berkey. And you can see there's a nice round rim here. It's a pretty good sturdy little stand. Beautiful, clean water. It is so wonderful to be back outside. I don't know if my garden gate is going to close yet. Oh, there we go. I got it closer. It's stuck here, but it's closer. Just a little bit of outdoor shenanigans here. It is so wonderful to be outside here. Hopefully I'm going to be set up for water now. I will keep you informed on how it goes in the interest of spring and how beautiful it is out here. Go get in your garden, get outside in your yard, take care of things outside. God bless, and always have hope.